doesn't matter.
So what is it? What created it?
Okay, there's an old saying that the road to hell pays the the sidewalk in that road. Alright. That's what moves you down that hill. That's what takes you down to that road of destruction.
Is that
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another edition of Grizzly on the Hot with FDL.
Hello.
Hello, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
Hello, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Let's see here. Everybody sliding into another Wednesday. Hump day.
As you do.
So off work till Monday, Crystal. Client's son is taken to Viruxville to see their daughter. Well, that's nice. That's wonderful. So we've been having cat balls and rim balls. Here I go again. Rim balls. Hey, Mort. Welcome to the show, everybody. I don't know why I say that, but yeah, so we're having, hey, Missy, we're having some activity already starting up. But I was talking in the green room when I was in Louisville, Kentucky. If you remember on one of the shows, I had that 9 that mysteriously orb that materialized in the corner of my daughter's living room before I went live, and that really disturbed me because I never seen that before and I couldn't debunk it. And then when I was talking to Kelly Joe, I asked her on the show, and she's like, yeah, it's your spirit guides telling you in 9 days or 9 hours or whatever, hey Gary, that you're going to have a message. And I had to get my phone out last night and count the days. I was telling Michael, and I was like, it was 9 days. And I got the phone call about all the good news. So it's very interesting. So what y'all been up to?
Well, I haven't been up to a lot. I've been poorly, as you all know. But I'm glad to say that I'm fighting fit.
Well, that's good. Yes.
Getting ready and raring to go. So we've got our FDL event on Saturday. So where we get to take a group of guests around our favourite location. I'm so looking forward to that. It's just going to be so good to meet people that we talk to every week on a podcast, but don't actually get to see them. So it's going to be good to be able to see them. So I'm excited for that. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, and getting back to ghost hunting.
Getting back to
that's
ghost
awesome.
hunting. It's been a bit of a while, I think. It seems ages, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that we haven't been out, but I think because we've had vacations and in between, it was difficult to link up a time that we were all off together to be able to go out. But we are jam packed after this weekend.
Yeah.
So
the REM pod went off again. It's going off again.
We're jam-packed.
I don't know why. It's just been like active right before we went live.
It's weird. My K2 is just kind of like every now and again just blipping into the next screen. But while the intro was going on, I was talking to see if I can get something to come in to interact with it, because I have missed it. I've missed not being me. You know when you get so bogged down with being ill, you miss not being yourself.
Yeah,
right.
I've kind of missed not being me. Candle is going crazy. But
and the spirit talker, my name is Michael.
My name is Michael. Michael, are you still with me? Are you okay?
Yeah, he's doing something in the green
Yeah.
room. I see him back there. He's working frantically. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing stuff. We've just had a lot of things going on. We've had a lot of stuff going on in our family life, and bits not so good. So it's just been it's been a funny, weird, turbulent couple of weeks. I think it's just been odd. But I'm kind of want to put that behind us now and just let's crack on. As best as we can. Yeah. So yes, I'm looking forward to that. I think he is. I sent in some screens today that I want him to put up to show everybody tonight of a visual that we did in an old graveyard. I just literally come back off holiday, and was like, "Come on, what should we do Saturday night?" I said, "I don't know. Let's go somewhere." So we just got in the car and drove to this well-known location, which is really, really old. It dates back to the 1400s, I believe. And apparently on the land, there was a lot of, can I say the word? Satanic? Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Satanic rituals on the land.
Someone liked it.
Or doesn't.
Or doesn't.
But I was reading. I went quite back into the history, and I was reading about what people had done up there.
Why did that go off when you said that?
Because I said satanic.
Oh, well, my heart dropped, and I was like, "Don't let it go off again."
So I'll say the S word then. Oh, did you see that?
See what?
Flash.
Wait, I see what? And stop. Why?
I don't know,
That's like we're getting ready to break down the.
No, that is something's happening. Hold on.
What?
Is my
Where?
camera moving from side to side?
No,
Who's yours?
don't think
Yeah.
so.
It might be my eye.
Oh, your EMF just flashed.
Yeah. It looks like my camera, what I'm looking at through here, looks like my camera is doing this.
Maybe something electronic magnetic
I don't
field's
know.
messing with it, because it looks fine on our end.
Okay. Okay, so let me go back to the story. So on this, so I looked at the history, and what they used to do, something really bad happened on the land, and people dug up the graves and took people's bones, which is awful, out of their caskets and made a S-word sign, yeah, and dug them back into the ground. So they're there to this day as that sign in the ground.
Okay.
And there is lots of complaints about people hearing screaming at night time in the graveyard area. There's been vandalism happen there, but there's no sign of any forced entry or anything like that. Some crazy stuff happens on this land. So we were like, let's go. We've got nothing to do. Let's go up there tonight and have a little go and see whether we can catch anything. And we got some really, really good responses. So I sent Mick loads of clips today, which is what I think he's probably frantically doing in the green room right now, trying to put them all together.
Oh.
I would imagine.
Unbelievable.
So we'll get to show you some of that tonight, which is quite, I wanted to show people. It's not the best live because obviously it was like, we had like a mini heat wave here in the UK. And for heat waves for the UK people, we're just not used to heat at all, which is why we go abroad every year. And we were melting, weren't we, in that graveyard? We were melting. But because of the heat, it was just throwing out the most terrific bugs, wildlife, anything that could move, it flew. And because obviously we had the torches on, it was just, they were completely just being attracted by the light. So I'm like this half the time with the torch. So it's not the best live, but you know, it was something.
Yeah, there was
Interesting.
some good responses, wasn't there?
Yeah, really good.
Really accurate responses.
Your light is blinking. Yeah, that the K2 is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Sure
black
was.
eyes on the Spirit Talker.
What, sorry?
Black eyes.
Oh, God.
It's always nice to hear.
Why?
Don't know.
Why can't they have shiny halos?
Have you looked back through the whole of your footage from the graveyard?
Yeah, most of it, yeah.
Okay, so nothing's going to pop out with black eyes or anything?
Wow. Not that I
What
caught
do you
on the
mean,
camera.
wow?
Not that I caught on the camera. However, there was 2 instances. I think, Ange, you saw something, didn't you, at the far end of the graveyard? But it was like a white light that had come out from one of the headstones, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then I thought I saw a shadow come out from one headstone. But you have to be really careful in a graveyard at night time, because obviously your torches are flinging around all over the place, and you're going to catch people's headstones, or even if you get a silver plaque on a headstone, it's going to create some kind of shadow cast. So you have to be so, it's got to be there for you to say it's anything paranormal.
Or there could be someone on a bike.
Or there could be somebody on a bike.
Really?
Yeah.
You had me going there for a minute. You said bye. Yeah.
Oh, it had to be brought up. It's just the funniest thing I've ever seen. Literally.
I thought I was gonna die that
I
night.
know.
I told the panel last night, and I was like, yeah, because they were talking about apparitions, and I'm like, yeah, I saw one too in the cemetery, and everybody's like, what? But I'm like, yeah, I was live, and I was talking, and it came out, and they were like, what? And I'm like, yeah, and it came out of nowhere, and I couldn't grab a camera, I froze, and I was about to die, and they were all on the edge of the seats, and I was like, then I realized it was a guy on a bicycle, and they lost it.
Oh, it's just so funny.
They're like, well, what's a dude riding a bicycle in a cemetery? I'm like, yeah, tell me.
Yeah, but he's probably thinking, what is a guy in the middle of the cemetery doing a podcast? But yeah, no, that was funny. It was funny.
But the panel got a kick out of it because they were on the edge of their seats, like, he saw that bridge in the cemetery, because that's like the holy grail of ghost investigating, right? Is to capture something like that or to see something. And here I had the camera right there next to me. I could have picked up, just hit a button, and I didn't. I was just like, I know. Is this really happening?
It was the way you turned round. That was the funniest thing.
Because I was like, this ain't happening. This is not happening to me. I'm going to die.
Like, you were doing something, and you were busy with your hands and that. And then all of a sudden you went like that. And then you went. And then just got to this point and went, somebody on a bicycle. And it was just you just did not know at that moment what to do. It was just hilarious. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Hi, Penny.
Hey, Penny Van, welcome to the show. And Amy C. Amy WC, I'm sorry, they got me laughing. So yeah, that was. But it just goes to show, no matter how well you're prepared, no matter what type of equipment you have, you just don't know what you're going to do when that moment happens.
No,
you're never really prepared, are you?
No, and it is hard because we've been in situations, where we've heard something, and say if we've got a locked off camera somewhere in a room, and we're like scrambling then to get the camera off the lock off so we can go and chase what the noise was in the hope that we're going to capture it. And so, but in certain and other instances, I mean, the situation when me and Ryan had a marble thrown at us, we ducked, but in that moment we both just stood there gripping hold of each other thinking, okay, what do we do now? What do we do? What do we do now? It's the same when we were at Falstaff at the top of the stairs at Falstaff. We had the most. In this building, there's it's like a museum. So there's like a fake prison cell with a big chunky chain on it. And it's huge, this chain. And it was padlocked on with an old fashioned padlock and everything. And me and Ryan had walked up to the top of the stairs, and I could hear what sounded like something was walking behind me. So I turned around to Ryan and I said, Ryan, there's something walking behind me. So we're like, shh, listen. Let's just listen to the building. And I'm not even joking you now. The noise that was coming from that chain was horrendous. It was on this door. And it got to a point where we both looked at each other. We didn't know what to do. We were like, we need to investigate it. So your investigative mind goes, we need to investigate that and find out what's going on. But your human mind is going, get the hell out now, because that's pretty bad. You know, it was almost as if somebody had broken in and somebody was just messing with us for kicks, basically. So being investigators, we went back down and we checked, right? And there was no movement. There was no movement of the chain, but it was exactly the sound of the chain. So we walked back upstairs and we thought, see if it does it again, see if it's repetitive. And sure enough, it did it again, and it was louder this time. It got to a point where I yelled at it and said, stop it, because we couldn't go down the stairs because we were at this point scared for our lives, and we couldn't go the opposite direction because that was where we saw the big tall shadow. So we were kind of cornered by two spirits effectively into a point where we had to call base room for them to come in and get us. And when they came in, we explained what happened, and I said, can you see if you can do it, get it to do it again, because then everybody will be able to hear it. And sure enough, when we were all there on the stairs, it did it again. And it was honestly the loudest noise. So I completely get where you're coming from when you don't know what to do in certain situations, because I think sometimes when you're doing paranormal work, it catches you off guard. It catches you by surprise when not seasoned stuff, you know, like K2s and ghost balls and stuff like that. We're kind of used to them because we've been doing it for so long. But when you get abnormal stuff like marbles or cars or anything that's moving, or when you see an apparition, it catches you off guard, and it's like, what do you do with that? How your mind's trying to process it while your stomach is going, get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
so it's odd. It's odd.
Yeah, I think as well, it's your brain is also trying to process whether it is paranormal or is it something else. So that's very often why you do kind of like freeze, because you're thinking, is it? Isn't it?
Is it? Is it? Is it not? Is it?
Can that actually be? Particularly when it's something really phenomenal, you are a bit like, you do freeze because your brain's trying to think, yeah, that really is happening. So
yeah, the chain of Polestar was amazing.
Yeah, because if you just run straight towards it, the other thing is you think, what happens if it stops? Or what if it is an apparition and it just disappears? It's almost like you don't want to move because you don't want to frighten it. There's so many emotions that go through your head of what to do in those split seconds. It's amazing.
In that split second, though, isn't it? Yeah,
yes,
in that
it's
split
like,
second. It's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know, my daughter made a good point, though, too. She was like, you know, you've been trained all these years in law enforcement, right? And you always are proactive instead of reactive. And she's like, you know, I've never seen you act like that before. And that's what scared her, is that when I froze, right? And because when things happen in public, when she's been around me, I've always been proactive. So I've always cut things off at the head and stopped things or interactive with it before it got out of hand. So when she saw me and didn't know what to do and saw my reaction and saw how I froze, she knew something was wrong. And she was trying to figure out what I was locked on, right? So, because she had a backup heater too. So,
yeah,
because she wasn't going to go in there alone. But it was interesting because, you know, I've been in situations before to where, you know, officers have froze, fight, flight, or freeze, right? And I've got on them, you know, why didn't you do this? And, you know, I could have got hurt. This officer could have got injured or hurt, you know, when somebody did something, they just like, they didn't know what to do. And we see this today, you know, with law enforcement videos and some of the ones that are captured that are released on YouTube and other videos and the training videos. And not only it's in the paranormal, but it's just human instinct and human nature. You know, like Nicola says, you know, your brain's trying to process, what do I do? You know, how do I handle this? Is this real? Is this really about to happen? You know, I'll never forget, for one example, I told my one officer, this stop is not right. This guy's slow rolling. A slow rolling stop is when you activate your emergency lights and they don't come to a complete stop, they slow roll you for about another 200 or 300 feet. And then they come to complete stop. And I told him, when this car stops, I'm jumping out and you stay in, run the plate and give them the location. And when I jumped out of the car, it was nighttime, it was about 11:30 at night. I beeline about 40 feet on the driver's side, and I came up at an angle at the front of the windshield where he couldn't see me. And he was looking in the driver's side mirror, waiting for me to come out of the car. Well, he couldn't see because I had the spotlight aiming at his mirror and his backside of his headrest. So he was waiting for that spotlight to be broken. When I was approaching the vehicle from looking at the driver's side coming at him, right, at an angle, he was looking this way. He pulled out a handgun, and I was not even 17 feet away. And I was like, he is going to kill me. He is waiting for me. He is going to ambush. He's going to lift up and start firing rounds off. Right then and there, I thought we were going to have a shootout. Moments later, I'm talking 3 to 5 seconds, he popped the magazine out, rocked the slide, ejected it, and threw everything up on the dash. Now, imagine how fast that went down. Now, a regular officer, what would you think would have happened if a regular officer would have saw that? If he would approach that driver? Shots would have probably rung out. Yeah. But from my point of view and my angle, right, I saw everything, and he did not see me. But if I would have approached him, I would have saw the movement, and I would have saw the handgun, right, as I would approach. And then what would have happened? That would have been a bad turnout, right? So perspective is everything. Reality is everything too. It's perception. So how do you handle things? Whether it's an investigation or a guy riding a bicycle in the middle of the cemetery, you know, or you're seeing a full body apparition, or you're hearing things, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, this is what we're here for. And it's unfolding, and you're like, you don't know what to do, or you know, like I or my Shelby, we had all this equipment and we didn't use 3/4 of it, right?
Yeah.
So you forget things, and I know how it is, you know, and we've been doing this for years, ladies and gentlemen. So, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we still forget things though, don't we? We kind of write a list of what we want to do and stuff like that. So we don't
take all of our stuff.
Yeah, it's just so we don't miss anything, because there's nothing worse than going home and going, damn it, we forgot to do that. Oh God, we forgot
right.
It's annoying and it's frustrating, because you know that, you know, you're programmed in to do it, but when you're in that moment and stuff is going on, that the programming just goes out of the window, and you're just going along with however the activity is going along. So it does depend, really. If we're getting good stuff, then we kind of just go with it. If we're not, that's when we kind of kick out the different types of experiments and different kinds of interactions that we do. So yeah, it is odd. Let me see if Mick's got that video sorted. Hold on.
Yeah, and you know, now I know why a lot of people, and what was weird is I found my old chest camera back from the day when I used to wear on the police department. And I was like, I should have charged this, fixed the date and time. and take that with me and put it on my shirt, right? Because that way, if something does happen, it's going to record it. Ladies and gentlemen, look, that's not me. See my hand? I did not make that go off. So, use my chest cam to record footage. And we see a lot of people in the cryptid and also in the paranormal now are also using cameras on their chest, right? The film stuff. That way, if they do not have a camera in hand, they still got something rolling in trying to capture stuff. What was that sound? That's the REM pod. I'm going to pick it up to show everybody. So if it goes off, it's just me. It's a little REM pod I got sitting in front of the computer. So it went off on its own. That's why I was waving my hand showing that I did not activate it. It went off on its own. It's been doing that before the show and during the show, early in the show. So then I got the cat ball sitting up here on the mic stand tape. So, but you know, maybe I need to charge it back up and change the date on it and maybe start taking that out because it also's got night vision on it too. So just an extra tool to use and ain't gonna hurt, right?
Yeah.
And or you know, I can clip it on the side of a bag and leave it on the table and face it and let it record too. So
yeah.
Have we
I still
thought
have no
about
idea what we're talking about.
cameras?
Amy, that is a REM pod. So I'm going to unplug it here so it doesn't keep going off. So a REM pod, do y'all want to tell her how it works?
Okay, so a REM pod, it's the same as like an EMF, isn't it? Or is it like a touchy one?
It is the touchy one. You have to touch it.
So in order for it to make that beeping noise, something needs to be in sort of close contact with it. And obviously, Grizzly was moving his hand. You could see his hand movement wasn't making it go off like it is now. But when it goes off, you can see that's just because his hand is close to it. But when it goes off and his hand isn't, then there must be something else touching it. And it's
so when I set it down, then when I put my hand near it, see, when I put my hand near it,
yeah, but it's been going off when we've been sort of talking about certain things, hasn't it? So they're quite good to sort of use as like trigger objects, aren't they?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, too.
Right. So it puts out like maybe like a little bubble. And if something breaks that little bubble field, it goes off. So like when I get close to it, it interferes with it.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
right. So it'll let you know that
of the field that it would break.
Electromagnetic field.
Magnetic field.
It's
yeah.
the electromagnetic field.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And the EMF detector also picks up electromagnetic field when there's a disturbance in it, whenever it gets stronger. So because they believe spirits is energy, ghost is energy. So when there's a spirit present, it detects the energy. That's why the lights go off.
Yeah.
So yes.
And then we use these to the balls.
Yes, I'm gonna tap the mic stand.
Oh, I thought mine had been turned off.
I did too. I was like, mine's not. So, but yes. Howdy, War. Welcome to the show, War Criminal. But we use these to validate things, and they use them to either aggravate I have to take mine down because they used to throw them at me. So, yes.
How have you been getting on with your dolls?
So, evidently, they're happy I'm back. One, during a show last night, jumped off my printer. I about had a heart attack during the show. It was my topsy-turvy doll. I was like, oh, because I separated her, I guess, before I left. I didn't put her back with the other dolls. So I'm sitting there talking, and I quit talking, and we got talking about dolls. And when I got in talking about mine, it was like kadonk, and I was like, I'm like, she's not on the printer. I'm like, and you know, when a doll falls, ladies and gentlemen, the doll falls usually on the side. This was standing straight up on the floor, and I was like, yeah, no, mm-mm. So yes, yeah. You need to change the show to the blinking and beeping show.
Beeping show. I know. I need to get Nick to put that new REM pod on.
Yes.
One show, Missy Juju, Barb Hartman's mother evidently came through. Yes, we're going to go to the cemetery again. I'm going to broadcast in the woods and do a night show in the woods. It's going to be real interesting. So
that would be so cool, though.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. So we're not going to tell anybody where we're going to go, what part of the woods or where in the woods, but we're actually going to do one in the woods. So yes.
Oh, good.
So
that sounds so much fun.
Now that's going to be interesting. Man, wouldn't that be something if we got any activity from like Sasquatch or something? We hear whoops during the live.
I was just thinking that. Yeah. That'd be good.
That would then, that would like freak me. You'd be seeing me with all my torches. I'll be throwing lanterns all in the woods. I'll be throwing glow sticks everywhere, throwing my flashlights. Yeah, and now if there's a bicyclist in the woods, man, we got definitely some issues because they're not going to be riding a bicycle. They're going to be gorilla taped to a chair and being interrogated. Because this is not a coincidence the second time. Take their printer in the woods.
Yeah, maybe there'll be a Bigfoot riding a bicycle.
Now that I would die. That I would die.
Just make sure you get it on camera.
Yes.
Yeah, right. What your REM pod, Eric, keeps going off. Yes, not my cat balls this time. Your REM pod's going off.
Have you got anything
which is very interesting.
Nick?
No, two ladies' names, Rosemary and Julie. But no, it's been quiet.
Oh,
Rosemary's not in here today. That's weird. Rosemary Otterman.
Oh.
She's usually in here. Hello, Rita. Lovely Rita. Rita May. Sergeant Peppers. How you doing there, Rita? Welcome. So that'll be interesting. And when I do the night show, we'll definitely have trail cameras up and around. And next week I'm going to go get the trail cameras with my daughters. We got a conference this Saturday we're going to in Mayfield, Kentucky. So, hey Rebecca, welcome to the show.
Sweet.
So what is Michael working on? Is he still working?
It is. That's just weird. That is. Go towards the green again, please. Can you touch it again?
Is it blinking?
It is, but it's like just a one. You know, like last week, it was constant.
Yeah.
Right.
And then now I'm getting just the one. But what's weird about it is right next to it. I don't know if I can swivel my camera around a little bit without jumping it off the stand. I've got a pumpkin spice candle blowing.
Oh, but that smells good.
It does smell good. But every time, I mean, it's quite a steady flicker at the moment, but every now and again it wiggles and then my K2 goes off. So I'm going to test it out again. Let's see if I can move the candle close on that.
And see, and I wonder about, and we talked about this briefly on the last show, how much activity, or not activity, how much power does it take for them to make one of those lights to go off, or the REM pod or the ghost balls to activate, you know?
See? We just had a flicker. Watch. I don't know if you can see that second green light or not, because it is quite dim.
You can see one.
Can you make the green light flash again, please? Go towards it. Use the energy. See?
Yeah.
No, it kind of did flicker, didn't it?
When the candle flickered, the K2 jumped. But it wouldn't be getting EMF from the flame.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Unless it's zapping it from the light, from the candle.
Whatever is coming closer to it can manipulate the candle flame as
Yeah.
well. I don't know. These are all the things we just don't know, do we?
It's frustrating.
We need like a book, don't we? So we can keep asking these questions. So then we do know, we can try and find the answers.
Yeah. See, it's just had a little wobble. Can you make it flash again? Go towards the green light, please.
Yeah, right, Gene.
Go towards the green light. Go on, touch it for me really, really hard. Go and grab it.
No, I'm not going to be far from the LVL. I'll be in Mayfield Saturday morning.
You see it?
Yeah.
Weird. Let me check it on and see what we do.
The name Arthur has come through.
Now that's came up before.
I think when Dee can see my lights flickering. I think it's the camera on my laptop. It's trying to focus, and it looks as if it's flickering, but it's not flickering behind me. If you see what I mean, it's just the camera on my laptop. I think it's trying to.
Mine does that a lot too with my
Yeah.
lighting I've got in my studio. So I try to turn my camera light off on my laptop, and I can't figure out how to do it. Thank you, Lala.
Oh, Lala's
We was just talking about you and your show last night about the guy in the cemetery, about my apparition, and your panel about fell out. So
funny.
yes,
It's funny.
it was.
Right. He is coming. He's had an issue with the old computer.
You missed it, Rebecca. The doll's taped in a chair with their mouths taped. Man, what are you talking? You sound like I'm getting. We might as well just go ahead and get the leather out and change. So, Rebecca, you missed it. Lala, since you're here, Lala, when you saw me turn my head real slowly towards the end of the show, I didn't say anything and I got really quiet. My topsy-turvy doll took a leap off my printer. So I thought it fell, right? So I was telling them when the doll falls, right, it falls. Now this one is on a stand. So last night after the show, I went to pick it up. It was standing straight up. Now explain that. Yes, that freaked me out. Yeah, la. So, but yeah, it was funny telling them this story. Oh, you're going to be in the LBL this weekend. Well, that's awesome, War Criminal. Keep me updated. You're supposed to have a lot of activity down there from the psychics. So I think you're supposed to have pretty good weather down there, I think. And Dee, and tonight I keep giving the name Frank. Frank has come up a lot too, hadn't it, in the past?
Nothing tonight.
Frank. That's interesting because we have had Frank before.
Yeah.
We need to start writing down these names that keep coming up. See if we can
link. It's all on there still, so I can make a list.
Yeah, see if we can link it to something. I mean, how do we know? Do you know all of your dolls' names?
No, you know what? And that's one thing that maybe I need to. And I said this before. I know most of the psychics don't like to do it. But maybe I can talk a few of them to maybe I could spend like maybe 20 minutes, maybe a week, and maybe like pick out maybe like 5 or 6 dolls and do at a time and just let them look at them, because I know they get the GP creepers with them, but and see if they can come up with names, because we're getting these names for a reason. Yeah. And they keep coming up over and over. No, y'all wanted me to take the dolls in the cemetery. You know, almost did it, and I'm like, y'all crazy.
Yeah, take one.
So,
that'll be all right.
You know, it's all I need to take one in the woods and one levitates or something.
Finally.
Just record it.
Well, welcome there. How you doing there, mate?
Not good. I've got
playing with pigs in a blanket?
Pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
I'll make pigs in a blanket and send them over. They are nice. Christmas season is coming.
Now, Russ is laughing now.
Really bad issues.
I wish I could play that song for Rita, the lovely Rita May. But we'll get hit on YouTube playing that song. So, yeah, and Francis keeps coming up, Kat. Now, the reason Francis keeps coming up. He's at one show, if you remember, I was reaching into my stash, and as soon as I grabbed these,
Yeah.
you remember?
Yeah.
And Francis came up, and I was like, oh my God. And you're like, what? And these were blessed by Pope Francis himself.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
We could do with one of them.
So, and that was wild. As soon as I grabbed them, it came up on the box. So
I'm waiting for
and
it
see,
now.
and that's another thing we didn't use. We didn't use that app. We didn't use the music box in the cemetery. And see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I like the activity with the guests. So, you know, and like you said, taking notes too, right?
Yeah.
No,
Well, I
Gene, we're
always
not.
take a
We're not
notepad.
doing. No, we're not doing that, Gene. You're fine. We're safe. So Lala says, as long as they don't show up
At my
at my
house.
house. So yeah. No, we're not doing any of that. So can you imagine, let's say Grizzly's next name is Dolly? Wow. They done that. I mean, so so my past life, I was a damn monk. Can you believe that? Me as a monk.
You were a monk.
So, yeah, so they did past life regressions last night, and everybody's like, Grizzly. I was like, what the hell? Well, why not? And that was weird because, you know, last year I went on that, was it last year, a year and a half ago? I went on that spiritual journey, and I got certified and took the classes and everything. And so that was interesting. So that kind of resonated a little bit with me. But then they called me laughing monk. So I might as well grow my hair back out and just shave the circle or leave that bald spot on top, right? So
That is interesting, though. I've always, like, you know, when you just think to yourself,
what do you mean? You don't tell me I look like a damn monk.
No, I'm not saying you look like a monk. I'm just saying, like, it is interesting, like, your past life and what it means. Because I've always said, and I've always said this to you guys, that I strongly believe that in a past life I was a pirate. And I don't know why.
A pirate. What do you mean? Angie's over here laughing. I do look like a monk. Thank you. Oh, no. Listen to this. Crystal, I'm not trying to throw her underneath the bus. This poor woman, she's like, what is mine? And uh-oh. Okay, I thought that was my attorney calls. I got to take this call. That's me, false alarm. Yep, that was me. Okay. So poor Crystal, she's like, what is mine? And she's like, I'm sorry to tell you, honey, but you were a witch and you was a burn at the stake. All during the show, she was like, well, hell, if I was burned at the stake, there goes Cat Ball. She's like, if I was burned at the stake, they'd at least give the town hell and curse them. All during the show, she was, I mean, I don't mean to, I mean, she was like, you know, and Kelly Jo was like, yeah, you gave him hell. Yeah, you cursed at him. Yeah, you know, bless her heart. So, but yeah, I mean, it was funny, but Monk Chat can contribute.
Crystal, bless her.
Yeah.
I've had two good things. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I've had two good things come through. He shouts, and we don't like investigators.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Never had that
paranormal?
before.
Paranormal investigators. Oh, and children here.
Really?
We've never had that before.
No.
Yeah. Crystal says I was burned during the witch trials. That messed up. Wasn't that messed up? And Lala was Egyptian, and she actually has Egyptian blood in her. So that was interesting. And that was weird because the cat bone went off evidently when you got that first message. What too, I think. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you can see me as a friar monk.
Friar monk.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Mick, you better not make no commercials with me as a monk.
I can do a lot. I can
You
do a
will
lot.
now.
Right, I've done the our little graveyard bit.
They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone.
This graveyard.
Oh, it's your reflection. I've just seen, see where that grey headstone is there?
Yeah.
I see something pop up from behind that grey one, but it was your reflection from your torch.
K2 is going
Yeah,
nuts.
K2's on the
K2 is going crazy.
Step away from that, please.
It's into the red.
Step away.
I don't know if anybody is able to see that. Can you see that, Kerry? Can you see the K2 going off? I can't get too close because obviously I'm on the internet because I need it for the live, but
Are you standing right next to me?
Can you make that stop? If you can hear us, can you make it stop?
Stop it.
If you can see us, I know because then you'll hear us.
Stop
Make it go all the way into the red if you'd like us to talk to you somehow. Yeah.
okay.
How can we talk to you? Do you want us to use our voices? It's just constantly around, isn't it?
I do have to say, my right side of my body is freezing cold and my left side is boiling hot.
I wish I was freezing cold. I'm boiling.
What was that flash? Oh no, it's just a big gun.
Okay.
There's
Okay,
movement
can you...
over there.
What?
There's movement over there.
Okay, don't shine your torch that way. Okay, can you stop that flashing for a second so we can ask you a question?
Stop the flashing.
Can you stop it from flashing?
Stop the flashing.
Can you step away from the green light, please? Can you step away for 1 second? I'd like to ask you a question if that's okay. We don't mean to intrude. And we don't mean any disrespect to you. She's not going to step away. Would you like us to...
Stop it flashing if you'd like us to go. If you'd like us to leave, stop flashing. Step away if you would like us to leave. Move back if you would like us to leave.
Stop affecting the light. And we'll go. If you want us to stay, you can go into the red if you want us to stay.
Church ruins. All these headstones, old headstones, bless them. Be really respectful. We're not standing anywhere near their headstones or anything like that. We're standing quite way far back from them to remain respectful.
Sword.
What is it saying?
Salt.
Salt, as in SALT.
Yeah.
Do we need salt? Do we need salt?
Are we in danger here? Is there anything evil here?
Do we need salt? Do we need salt to protect us?
Are we in danger here?
Can you let us know if we are in danger? Or if you can let us know if you want us to leave?
Always in danger. That's lovely.
Okay.
Oh,
K2.
K2's just flashed.
K2's flashing
K2's
too.
flashing.
So is that because of what we do? Are we opening ourselves up to danger?
Movement. There's movement. To the right and behind me.
Can you tell us your name?
It's busy.
I know.
Are you able to do that?
Something behind us.
Don't be silly. Why is he ringing me?
Jesus.
Oh no. Right, I don't know yet.
You are? Benjamin. Is that your name? We did ask for a name.
I asked for a name.
We asked for a name.
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Benjamin, is that your name? Are you here with us now? Can you do something to let us know that you're here with us? We don't mean you any disrespect. The church is beautiful. It must look amazing in daylight.
So Benjamin, are we in danger? Can you see us?
K2's going off. I'm standing right back from you.
Mine's on flight mode.
Yours is on flight mode. I'm not, obviously, because I'm on live.
Benjamin, are you by us now? I could go all the way into the red if you are. Come really, really close. Come closer.
Yeah, yeah. Behind you to the left.
Oh, got a bit goosey.
Hmm. I wish I could.
My hand out behind me. Can you come touch it?
We settled
It's in the
here.
red now.
Oh,
Come and touch my hand
Benjamin.
behind me.
It's freezing by my legs.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Freezing cold, and you know how hot it is.
Yeah, I'm actually melting. I wish I could get a better light on you guys. Hold on. Let me flick through my settings.
Red light's better. Use red. Here they go. Is that better?
Yeah, that's okay. It's not too bad.
Benjamin, are you able to like touch one of us? Can you gently pull my hair? Or hold Jack's hand?
My hand's still behind me.
Benjamin, can you use your voice? Can we see you?
Buried.
Oh,
That's crazy.
You know
That's
where you're
crazy. This is what I mean. There's something behind me.
buried. There is something behind you. Benjamin,
There's
do you know
something
where you're
behind me.
buried?
There's something behind me.
Look, look, look. You've literally come next to the K2 and it's on dead.
yeah. So you're. And that just.
There
That
was
just I'm
something.
just saying it proves you are close, and K2's gone dead. So it's not. It wasn't anything like that. It was.
I heard something behind me.
It's
For
lovely
certain.
now.
I thought it was somebody coming in to tell us off.
Stay
What did
here.
it say?
Stay here.
I'm scared. It says stay
Some
here.
of these responses are just so
Stay
bang
here.
on.
Stay here.
Okay,
Marcus here.
we'll stay here. Can you use
Hold on, ask him.
all
Ask
of our
him.
energy?
Was there somebody behind me?
I did see. No.
Was-
I heard
Can we
something.
see
I didn't see
you?
anything.
Come on, try really, really hard. Stop there. Come on, Benjamin. Can we see you, please? Go all the way into the red. If you can, see if you can manifest. We don't mean you any harm. And it's really, really great that we can talk to you. cold's coming back. Can you feel it? Can you not feel the cold?
No, I'm
Really low down.
no, I'm not feeling any cold. I'm hot. This is what's it say?
Sit.
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 We can sit.
Should we sit?
The trouble
While we're
is,
sitting,
There's a bench up there.
there is a bench, yeah.
can we go sit?
If you can make it go cooler again, that would be lovely.
We're all in bunk.
Katie, anything?
No.
Turn it towards the camera, Jack.
Oh.
There you go. Can you make a noise? Are you able to make a noise for us?
Do you not like this now? Do you want to just go back down there?
Okay, I'm feeling tapping on my bench in the wood. That was a big tap.
Was that what you did?
That was a big tap.
Right, it feels like the bench is like moving.
Yes.
Oh,
Really weird. Oh,
Yeah.
we need to find out what happens in the US. It's crazy. Is it a sign to the ground?
yeah, it's. What's it say?
Bodies below.
Oh my days.
Oh my days.
Oh my.
Stuff in the ground.
I've got coldness.
Have you got it?
Yeah. Around my legs and on my face, which is good because I'm so hot.
We know that there's bodies below.
Did Benjamin, did bad stuff happen here? Did bad things happen? Yeah.
Can you feel that? Nick, can you feel that really, really cold, icy breeze?
Yeah, I'm getting it. Bad stuff happened here, didn't it?
Supposedly, yeah.
Communication. Are you communicating through the chair? Is that what you're trying to do? Oh my goodness. I'm getting a waft of ice.
Yeah. It's so still, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you get that like cold. Is that you? Are you making it cold? Is it taking you that long to walk up here? Can you come and sit next to me? We said communication. That's what we want to do. We want to communicate with you. Can you tell us something about you? Can you give us a date when you died?
Oh gosh, giant moth.
Medieval.
Medieval. It goes back a long way, this place.
Benjamin, did you have a surname? I'm sure you must have had a surname. Is there any way you can tell us? Maybe we can try and look you up.
I wonder, is his headstone in here?
How old's the child?
It dates back to 15. There was something behind me then. 15 something or other. I can't remember without looking at the paper. Work.
So that would have been medieval, wouldn't it?
Yeah, should have been. Please move back.
I think it wants us to go back down there.
Does it? Oh. Okay. What do you want us to go that way, back to where we were? Is that what you're trying to say? Was you trying to communicate with us using the bench? The chair? Can you tap on the chair? You tap on the chair and see if it can copy. It's a bug. Go on then.
Tell us your surname.
A moth just attacked Matt.
Tell us your surname, Benjamin. If you can do that, then we promise we will walk back down.
Wow.
It's
Oh my days.
go back down.
Oh my days.
Benjamin Jones. I have to say, Benjamin Jones, I am thinking what
What did it say?
Jones. We've never ever had a surname come through on that Spirit Talker app ever, no matter how hard we've tried. We've never had one. And Angie said, we will go back down to like the far end of the graveyard if you tell us your surname. And it just came back Jones. And it was just super weird. We've never had that before. I feel weird.
Wow.
the responses were so sort of bang on, weren't they? That's probably like one of the clearest that we've had when we've asked direct questions to get specific ones, like, you know, a date or a name, because we asked for a name, we got Benjamin, asked for a surname, and got Jones. It was,
and just words like bodies below or buried, and just words like that.
Yeah.
It's just so odd. It's just odd.
Yeah. You can't fake it.
We don't know.
Gutted, I missed that one. That did
And
look
guess who came in too? Rosemary Otterman. Is she still in here?
Oh, how strange.
Yes. I want to know if we get any responses if she got here. Missy, so you got a talkative ghost. That's awesome. I like the EMF activity too, because there's no electricity out there.
No, there's nothing about that. It's in the middle of nowhere.
No.
Would you get, Nicola, anything?
Well, when Jones came up, literally the same time I was cremated came up, and as Susie B wrote something, Susan came up.
Really?
Ooh.
I don't know if that means anything.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wrote it down. I thought I was cremated just as Jones came up.
That's odd.
Be interesting to find that headstone.
Yeah, we checked off camera because obviously we didn't want to put anybody's headstones on camera.
Yeah.
And we couldn't find a Benjamin Jones, but there is a lot of gravestones in that burial ground that they're so old that the names have just worn away.
Oh, sad.
So
yeah, that is.
But all of the sounds in the background, that's the bugs.
Ah, well, it does sound like walking, doesn't it?
It sounds like a scene from Indiana Jones, doesn't it? That's how I could picture it. Just like trying to jump over snakes and stuff. Yeah, it was heaving with bugs.
Good though.
It was a good little investigation. We were only there for about an hour or so, weren't we?
Mm.
And it was a good little just thing to get out and do.
Yeah, we missed it. so much.
Yes.
Yeah. It was good fun. Apart from the boats.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got some really good responses. You know, it was almost as if we were having a proper conversation, wasn't it? Like we were having a conversation with this little boy called Benjamin. Odd.
Oh, yes. I was 7 came up as well. Now you said little boy. I'm only 7.
Oh my God, it's so weird.
And lad.
And what?
Lad. LAD.
Oh, lad.
Yeah, Rebecca says you can also do stone rubbings to get details you can't see too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Crowns, pencils.
Yeah.
Just don't get a crazy bicycle.
No.
They didn't get a crazy bicycle. Yeah, there we go.
It'd be weird if someone was cycling through the middle of that cemetery. That is in the middle of nowhere, wasn't it?
I mean, Mick dropped us off at the bottom of the lane in the village of this place, and we had to walk up this lane, and I'm not kidding you, it was darker than dark, and the trees were so overgrown that they'd entwined and created like a curve up the lane. So you're just walking up like this tunnel of eerie trees, and then when we had the torches on, you looked to the right and you could see what looked like the Blair Witch Hut in the corner. It just looked horrific. And it was to the point where it was like, let's just get there. We didn't even know how far up the lane this place was. We were just walking. I mean, we could have walked for days. I took a radio with me and left one with Mick in the car just in case I needed a quick escape, get us out of here kind of thing. And we just walked for what seemed forever, didn't it? And it was when we turned around, I mean, you couldn't see a step in front of you. It was that dark. So no light pollution, nothing. It was on its own in the middle of nowhere.
No, they had a radio aiming for communication.
A radio.
Yeah, but they were too far out. They couldn't reach us. So
yes.
I ended up.
The radio range didn't actually go.
Hello, Tracy.
Hello, Tracy. Yeah, so the radios didn't actually work. So it was my stupid idea didn't work. I thought, well, take radios, be really sensible. Take radios, it'll be fine. But no.
It was darker than dark.
It was.
That reminds me of that old movie. You know, Rhinestone with Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone. And he's walking in the dark. He's like, whoa, this is darker than dark.
Hi.
Right.
Yes.
Do you want to announce who we've got coming on our show? On Grizzly?
What?
Yeah, because it's a Friday. When is it? Friday night, isn't it?
The Friday the 20th.
Next week.
Next Friday.
Not next Friday, because next Friday is Friday the 13th. Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's 2 weeks
Friday
away.
after. 2 weeks.
Nah,
away.
I don't think we should yet.
Why?
Just don't want to.
Don't want to
Don't
jinx it.
Jinx it.
I don't want to jinx
Don't want
it.
to jinx it.
Yeah, well.
Oh,
no.
but it is amazing. It is amazing.
We've got a really special guest coming on our show on the 20th. Haven't we, Grizzly? Grizzly knows.
Yes. Outstanding. It'll be a good surprise.
It will be a good surprise for everyone.
I love him. I think he's amazing.
So, yeah, we've got him. And then Grizzly, we're going to try and get Danny to come on this show and talk about the Grey Stole. So we're going to get Danny to come on and talk about the Grey Stole.
Oh, Danny.
Danny.
Oh,
Danny.
Danny.
So we're trying to
Okay.
get him to come on this show and talk about his Grey Stole that he's got boxed up and chained up.
Ask if he will.
Yeah, the only thing is obviously he will be working, won't he? At this time.
I'm not too sure. I don't think it's on Thursdays, is it?
On a Thursday, yeah, it is.
He'll come on.
Thursday, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I think it is
Still
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Saturday now.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So we'll
If
try.
I-
I'll try and get him. I'll message him.
Okay.
If I would have saw the guy on the bike on Friday the 13th, I wouldn't have been talking. I would probably been passed out.
Running.
I
We
probably
should
would have
totally
just went
do
to sleep.
something, though, you know, on Friday the 13th. I've been thinking about this. We might change our Thursday show to the Friday, and I think what we should do is do it even on the Wednesday, and do like a whole suspicious, you know, like what do you call it? If you're superstitious. You're superstitious because like 13th is a superstitious number. What kind of other things do people have superstition about?
Ladders, breaking mirrors.
I mean, I'm terrible. If I see a magpie, if I only see one, I have to ride around.
What?
I'll go around for hours looking for the second one.
What?
A magpie.
What is that?
It's a bird. It's like a black and white bird, and if you see one, it's one for sorrow. So if you go 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret never to be told. That is an old wives' tale. But if you see one magpie on its own and you don't salute that magpie as you're driving past, you're in trouble for the whole day. I'm telling you. Look, one of them things.
I was going to say, I was trying to get a picture of one.
So I was just showing the war criminal, the spirit talker.
Oh, I'm only 6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it's this spirit talker app.
So do you not have magpies in America?
I've never heard of a magpie.
I thought
it was a cow patty or something.
No. It's the bird like shiny things. So it comes in and steals watches out your garden and like rings and comes into your windows and steals stuff. But it's illegal to go and raid their nests because they've got stolen items in there.
There we go. That's a magpie.
Really?
Yeah.
You're
You're not allowed to raid a magpie's nest. So you're not allowed to go and check inside it and take out all the shiny things.
And get your watch back.
Yeah, it's illegal to do it because they steal people's belongings. Like if they're shiny, they steal them and they go.
Wow.
But in Australia, a magpie will attack you bad. An Australian magpie, if you go past its nest in the trees, it will come down, swoop down and start pecking you and everything.
They remember your face.
They're clever birds. They
They're
remember your...
supposed to be clever, yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you now, though, if I only see one, I will ride around 4 hours until I've seen a second.
Yeah, and if you,
Oh my
see one,
God.
you have to salute it as well.
I
and
do. I
"Come
go
on,
like
Mr.
this."
Magpie. Yeah.
I was driving around today. I've been driving around all day. So, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Magpies."
Magpie.
Magpies.
Yeah.
Magpies. Honestly,
Crazy.
it's bad. That is my worst one. I have to admit that I'm a magpie freak. But there is.
I did not. Gene
plenty.
Hudson. They're abundant in northwestern portions of the United States. I did not know that.
Northwest.
A Sacagawea River. As a Sacagawea River, really?
I did not know that. Is that related to the snipes?
Ravens, I think they're on the same. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
Strange, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But there must be others. I mean, like
Killing a spider.
Killing a spider, is that bad luck?
Yeah.
Some people say that.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did it the other day.
And if you kill a beetle, it means it's going to rain.
Picking a dandelion, and it means you're going to wet yourself.
Breaking a mirror.
Yeah.
If
We've got weird
a
superstitions over there.
if a black cat runs in front of your car, that's good luck.
Not over here, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, no, apparently it's good luck. But
It's all the witchy things, isn't it?
there's so
Oh, I
many
know.
things out there.
Putting an umbrella up in a house.
Yeah.
Oh,
Put
very
them up.
bad.
Putting an umbrella up in a house.
Oh yes.
Or
Oh,
go on, I've got one. Putting new
Putting
shoes
shoes. Oh,
on the table.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
shoes on the table.
Yeah.
Shoes that are not been worn. If you stick them on the table, it'll bring you bad luck.
God,
But only on a Friday, isn't it?
Terrible.
I don't know. It's weird. We've got weird superstitions over here.
Weird.
Grizzly's like, you like crazy.
If you walk out the front door, always go in the back door.
What? I've never heard that one.
Because I said it. Yeah, if you walk out the front door, go back into your house the back door.
And if you drop a knife, you're not allowed to pick it back up. Someone else has got to pick it back up for you.
That's the same with a glove as well. If you drop a glove, if somebody picks it up for you, you shouldn't say thank you, and then you'll get a surprise.
You told me that at Bishton once, and I thought I was just bending down to pick your glove up like the Queen.
Yeah, don't say
We're crazy.
And have you ever heard of the one where you see a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck, and you wrap it up and keep it in your pocket, or you pass it on to someone new and share, can't remember the rhyme now, and share the goodness after you, or something like that. But
I've
yeah, you
never
keep it
heard
for a
of that.
day and then pass it on.
Oh no,
No?
I've never heard
We're
the first
crazy.
one.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're
This is like,
crazy.
what the hell are these people? You
Madness.
guys must have superstitions in America, surely.
We do, but yeah, I mean, I guess I just don't know them. I reckon. I mean,
It's like, isn't this true? In America, you don't have a level 13 in a hotel.
yeah, we do. I know. I guess we don't.
You go 12, 14, because you don't have a level 13 in America.
Yeah, but that's the same here. Our street numbers don't have 13 in.
Of course they do.
No, we don't have a number 13 in your streets. I'll tell you now.
Some do now, but years ago they didn't.
Yeah, number 13. You never had a house number 13.
Yeah.
That could be
Some
the
of the
one. then.
Victorian streets, they haven't got a number 13.
It's odd, isn't it? It's weird.
Superstitious. I didn't realise I was so superstitious, but I am.
So, Nicola, was your idea to do all of them on Friday the 13th?
Yeah, but
Right.
yeah.
I'm not killing a
No, I
spider.
just thought, I just think it'd be quite good to have or do something really spooky. Let's do something really spooky.
Yeah, definitely.
I need to think. I need to get my cap on.
Now, Gary says, let me bring it back up. Then this is one we have in America on guys. You pick up a knife, it's closed, hand it back closed, or it's bad luck.
Oh, yes. If I hand you a
So,
knife, I hand it back closed, or it's bad luck.
yeah.
Number 13 is Taylor Swift's lucky number.
Yeah, and
Apparently so.
Ryan, that's just reminded me, Ryan's got one. If you pass the salt, don't ever place the salt in someone's hand. Just slide it across the table.
Oh, I've never heard that.
That
Or
could just be Ryan.
if you let me do this one. If you spill salt, you have to put it in your left hand and throw it over your shoulder into the devil's eyes.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So if I'm cooking and I put salt in the potatoes, I always pour a bit in my hand and throw it over my shoulder to throw salt into the devil's eye.
Or whoever stood behind you.
No wonder his eyes are always watery when I call them.
No wonder he's got red eyes. Give us throwing salt in them.
I don't know. It's just old wives' tales, isn't it? It's funny how things you just pick up, don't you?
I used to be terrible walking in the streets. I never used to walk over three drain covers together.
Or step on the crack.
Yeah, or walk under a ladder.
Yeah.
Or under scaffolding.
Yeah.
We could go on and on. It's surprising that we actually go out.
There's one. If you drop dinnerware, a person's coming to visit, knife, male, fork, woman, spoon, child. My grandmother taught me that. That's interesting.
Ooh. That is interesting. Yeah.
And if a baby crawls, you're going to have a visitor.
I've never heard that one, Nicola.
Oh, no, it's true. I've got no babies here, so no visitors.
Just no one likes you.
Oh, my Lord.
No one likes me.
Break your mother's back. I still avoid cracks. Oh, step on a crack, break your mother's back. Yeah.
Mm.
Remember that.
Umbrellas in the house.
Yeah, bad luck. Yeah, breaking a mirror is 7 years bad luck, supposedly. Yeah, that's true.
I've broke loads of mirrors.
And me.
Don't walk under a ladder. There's loads, isn't there?
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. That's
but-
right. Yes, that's right.
But we all do.
always
We
like
all do
touch wood.
follow some sort of weird
Someone
superstition, though, don't we? It's weird how it's drummed into us. Like, oh, don't do that, or actually, let's not jinx it. Let's make sure we do it the right way and not give ourselves bad luck.
Yeah, I always touch my head for knock on wood.
Yeah, touch wood. Or what else there? Oh, like crossing each other on the stairs.
Oh yeah.
You can't cross
Yeah,
each
that's
other.
a bad one.
Don't cross on the
You go back
stairs.
up or you go back down. Yeah. Never crossing the stairs. It's bad luck.
Penny van. Last I was in the UK, I saw a man on a metal ladder. He was wearing a kilt. You bet. I walked underneath the ladder, and man, was that lucky. I winked. I had to read that for the audio people.
Penny sounds awesome.
Don't place your purse on the ground. Yeah.
Look, see that? So many things in there. Don't shake the hand of an invisible elf in your friend's hand because it's not really his hand you're holding.
Oh,
What? Don't shake the hand of an invisible elf. That's scary. Is it when you're watching a movie with magic and you'll start tingling? Oh my gosh, Penny. Oh, it's
She
funny.
just had to walk underneath that ladder, right? Penny said, "It's not a lie. I did it. And it was real." What Nikki do? Fall the chair? Oh, I thought she fell in the chair with laughter.
I can imagine that. Just like.
We
Yeah.
all do it, wouldn't we?
Hey, curiosity got her. She had to know.
You got to check it out, haven't you?
Yeah.
You three would be like, come on, let's go. We're walking under there. I was like, yeah.
Be like, is that a sporran you've got under your kilt? Or is there something else you want to share?
No, it's a fox. Fox's tail hanging out.
Unbelievable. All right, so what we got lined up for next week?
I'll message Danny and see if we can get Danny to talk about the grey style.
All right. And
See if he
I
can
will
come
get
on.
with a couple people and pick out maybe 4, 5, 6 and see if I can get some names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because it has been quiet, isn't it, in the last couple of weeks? We haven't had much.
well, it was weird. We had like the cat balls going off in the beginning in the REM pod, and it just like stopped.
It is interesting, but we're not very charged at the minute with paranormal stuff because we haven't done nothing really for a while. We've had a bit of time.
Oh,
Yeah,
Eric, I just got a bad mental picture.
Oh, God.
Now he's sitting there just laughing, looking at his wife laughing. Eric, why do you torment me? You know, I have to see my psychiatrist now, Eric.
Oh.
I won't be able to look at him for a few days now. I was going to call him and FaceTime him. I can't do it now.
Oh, no. You have a mental image, don't you?
Well, every time I call you, you're naked. Ladies and gentlemen, I call him. He was in the bathtub. I call him. He's laying in bed. I'm like, dude, do you ever wear clothes?
You must think about me being naked and think, if I call him now, do you reckon he's going to be naked? And you ring me, I'm always half naked. It's your psychic side. You only ring me when I'm naked. I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, God. Grizzly telling them about Leon getting scratched from something. Oh, yeah. So Leon was doing a remote viewing, and he's got abilities too. And he said from his sternum down to his belly button, it looked like somebody sliced him. And they had to bring him out of his trance. He said it wasn't deep enough to have stitches, but it was deep enough for him to bleed. So that was wild. Yeah, and he's been doing paranormal stuff since I think he said what the middle of the 70s, I think. So yeah, so that was very interesting. And they all said the FDL needs to protect themselves going in and coming out of investigations. To make sure protect yourselves.
We're going to start doing that, aren't we?
Yes.
Well, after reading, I haven't read it. The girls have read someone's book. I'm sorry, I'm eating fruit pastilles.
I don't alert the phone when I'm in the shower. What does that mean?
I don't alert the phone. I don't alert the phone when I shower.
That weird.
Oh, I don't answer the phone when I'm in the shower. What? My uncle does. He'll be in a bubble bath.
Yeah.
He'll be like,
"Hi, Grizzly. What you up to, baby?" And I'm like,
there goes a cat ball.
That's you ringing me.
It's like, look at me. I'm so sexy, baby. You know, it's like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you answering the phone for? So, yeah.
But if you don't answer the phone, you get mad at me. You go, why aren't you answering? Why aren't you answering?
You
And then I'll
never
get loads of
answer.
messages.
I'll call you at 7 o'clock my time, and it's like, you're like, you don't call me. I do call you.
Yeah, well, I might be in bed. Oh, you've rung me at like 2 o'clock in the morning before. I'm like, bloody hell, Grizzly, leave me alone. It's only because I'm naked in bed. You know I'm in bed. That's why. That's why you want to see me naked again.
I forget there's 5 hours difference, right? So I'll get excited about something. I'll call you up, and it's like, damn, you ain't answering. I'm like, oh, damn, it's only 2 o'clock. So, yeah. So you can bet, sexy, if you're not in a kilt, just saying. Damn, now I'm seeing Eric on a ladder in a kilt. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know, dude.
Well,
Can't stop laughing, right?
who have you got on your next show? You got Paranormal Plus next?
Yes, I sure do.
As you got a guest?
Yes, we do.
I'll be watching. I'll be watching. I'll be watching.
Yeah, Tracy got one lined up. The last one got I had a call out on the last minute, so yes. But they did. Lala was right. Thank you, Lala. They wanted to make sure that you all do, protect yourselves during the.
Yeah, I think after the guys have read this book of stuff and a few things that's happened to us now, I think we do protect ourselves a little bit now, don't we?
We're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do it.
Sorry.
We're going to have to do it for sure this weekend because it's just.
Because we're changing the way we're calling out, really, because generally we say you're allowed to use our energy to manifest yourself, but maybe that's after what we've read and stuff like that, don't use it.
They highly recommend it not to use that.
No, can't use that no more.
They can use the energy from batteries. I'm just going to take some spare batteries and
place. They can take the energy from the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good. Oh, don't remember, we need to take an extension lead to get down into the cellar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Lala says the bad spirits are counting on you to slip up now, so be cautious, please.
We will. Thank you.
Okay.
It's always a catch-22, though, isn't it? It's always you want to be careful, you want to be cautious, but you want to capture something that's going to be groundbreaking. And it's hard, isn't it?
It's like they're waiting for you. It's what they're feeling or something.
Yeah, they know. I guarantee that it knows we're coming. And bad spirits I need to slip up.
Yeah, I am scared. I'll be honest.
I'm not.
Well, you're not. You're never scared, though, are you?
No,
I'm not. I'm not.
I bet you could stay there on your own.
Only once.
I would love to have Angie in that cemetery when that guy rode that bike. She'd probably be like, Grizzly, what is that? Do you see that coming at us? Did you grab the camera? What the hell? Look at it. I've been like,
Yeah, say yeah.
I'd be like,
Say
oh,
you
yeah.
know,
is that a ghost?
yeah.
Hmm. Oh,
So yeah, I know that's Angie. I'll be over here stroking out, dying of a heart attack or something. I'd be like, Grizzly, are you okay, mate? No, I'm dying. You know,
Grizzly,
Nana
what's
Kim, what does FDL stand for?
We have
There
said
is,
before, haven't we?
there is demons and
No,
Right.
it stands for Friends Don't Lie.
Yes,
That's what
friends
it
don't
means.
lie. FDL.
That's what it means. Friends don't lie. We had names thrown about left, right, and centre when we first started. And we just thought, well, FDL just sums us up, really. Group of friends. We're not going to lie about the things that happen. We're going to just tell the truth and bring the truth to the people that want to see the truth.
yeah.
Nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
That's the best way to be. It's the only way to be. So
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Hmm.
all right. So we
All
got everything ready for next week then. So
Oh, battery has just came up.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I
Really?
said. Take some batteries. I'm going to
Yeah.
take some batteries and I'm going to say, use this energy. Use the energy from these batteries. I don't know. It might work. You got to
It
start.
may.
Candle flames, they can take energy from that, can't they?
They
Yeah,
can. The
especially
only
in the
thing
cellar.
is, in a building like that, we can't really have naked flames, can we?
Oh Lord, ever goes naked again.
I was just thinking of the man in
What
the
about
kilt.
in the cellar? We could in the cellar.
Yeah.
I reckon we could get away with it in the cellar on the pentagram.
Oh Lord.
I
Yeah.
have finally sorted out my PC.
You what?
I finally sorted out my computer.
Would you
so-
figure out what was causing it up?
Oh, I don't know. I had to do some updates on drivers on the graphics cards and sort the internet out because I just spoke to StreamYard and our packet loss was really high, but now it's down to 1.7%, which is good. It was at
Good.
90%. So I'm back in action.
Well, good.
Get an EM pump. Yeah, War Criminal. We sort of got an EM pump. We called it the Sebi. It's pretty cool. You should watch our episodes. Have a look and see how we use it.
All right then. So we'll catch you everybody the next week then, and
We'll have lots to
all
talk
right.
about.
Yeah.
We'll have
Yes,
lots to talk
we will.
about. So, right, I'll speak to you later.
See
Good
you
night,
later.
everybody.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.